Hey, it's Jim Parr here, and I wanted to do a video of my Polaris Ranger 570 1 year later to tell you a little bit about what my thoughts were about this vehicle or this UTV. So I'm going to walk through everything with you and go through all the details, what I think, what it could have been better, what I miss about it, some of the things, maybe issues about it, things like that. So before we get going, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification if you want to get my other videos, and check out this video above, which was when I first got it and did the full review on it. So first we're going to go around the exterior of this, and I'm out at a job site. I use this a lot for work. This is not a play vehicle at all. It's made for the homestead life is what I'm using it for. So we have a lot of hauling with it, a lot of things that we do. So this one is the 570 full size. So it's a 3-seater, fits 3 adults. And so as we walk around, this thing is dirty. I don't even bother to wash it because it's so dusty out here. But so underneath the hood here, nothing has really changed on this aspect of it. I would say that I wish they had like not so many little orifices like this that the mud can get into, and even in here, I wish these were kind of plugged up so that it protected some of the circuitry and some of the, like the steering column here. One thing I wish I had right now is power steering. That's one thing that I really miss is the power steering. The other thing is, in regards to this, is just the fact that this bumper on the front here is one thing that I really do love. You can see there's a little bump here on it. So I've had some mishaps with it. I did roll this thing one time, and it rolls not easily. It was really my fault. So I didn't do any damage. You'll see when I walk around it, there was no scratches or anything. And being I had my seatbelt on, I was safe. These headlights work good. One thing I'm going to say, and you'll see on the inside when we look out, is this windshield, this plexiglass windshield. I'm not a fan of it at all. It gets cloudy. It scratches real easily. When you're dealing with dirt and sand out here, it just isn't good. Now, I did install these mirrors. They're aftermarket mirrors, and I got them from Super ATV, and I'm really impressed with them. A good set of mirrors, side mirrors, and a rear view mirror, and I'll show you the one I've got, are really key, and I'll have links to both those below. The tires are good, but let me just say this. They're probably the cheaper tires, and they do lose air occasionally. So we do have a lot of nails and stuff, but I haven't found a nail in any of these tires, so I'm not sure why they're losing air. As you can see here, there's no damage to the side of this vehicle from the rollover that we had. This is one thing that I'm not impressed with is, you know, I wish the engine had a little bit more cover, but you get mud underneath here all packed in. Especially when it's really muddy, it'll pack into those drive lines right there. And it's not, I don't like it. But in regards to the exhaust, you can see the rust on it. I don't think this exhaust pipe's going to last very long. That's just my thought if you look real close at it. So that's one thing that, one disappointment that I would say. It is easy to change the oil. So you got your filter down there, you've got your oil filled there, and then you have your drain plug underneath. So when it comes to changing the oil, it's quick and easy. I do love this dump bucket. I've used it a lot. We use this, I'm embarrassed to show you this, but we've got a lot of junk in the back of this. So if you look at my 1 year to now, it's definitely, we've been using the heck out of this thing. I haven't got any bumps and bruises on the bumper, but this is aftermarket, and I would say make sure you have a front bumper and a back bumper. Those are probably two of the most key things. And we have this trailer hitch here. I use this quite a bit. I actually put my receiver on this, and I was towing my trailer that's got 3,600 pound axles on it. I know that sounds insane, but I just wanted to see if it would do it. I don't want to tear out the transmission, so I didn't do it too much. But this baby hauled that big load. I wouldn't recommend that constantly, but it will handle a lot. I was surprised on the 570 that it actually has that much strength and torque to do that. Again, looking under here, the side is not the nuisance side, but I wish that battery that is under there had more covering protection around it, because I mean, these things get muddy, you know. So I haven't had to adjust the shocks. Right here you can adjust the shocks, and but I haven't had to beef them up at all or soften them out. And on the highway it gets up and goes really good. Here's some of the bruises from that rollover, but it didn't dent anything. All it did was scratch a little bit of this top here, but the good news is I didn't get any scratches. Anything that happened to me, there was none whatsoever. So let's look on the interior. Here's another aftermarket thing that we added, and it's this rear view mirror. And I'm telling you, I love this thing because I'm able to look back. Not only can I see with the side mirrors, but this gives me a full perspective. But you'll see how cloudy this windshield is. I'm about ready to take this out unless somebody wants to send me a new windshield. I'll do a review on it. Something that doesn't scratch with dust. I know these can be polished, but I don't think it'll last very long. From the interior, yes, again, I wish I had power steering on this thing. It is difficult to steer when you're stopped, and that would be the only thing that I would recommend. Bumpers, mirrors, power steering is almost a necessity, especially if it's somebody you know, that doesn't have a lot of strength to turn the wheel. I love the fact that you can hose this thing out and keep it clean. It's definitely, from that aspect on the interior, you can hose this thing out and not even worry about getting anything wet. On the four-wheel drive here, I almost always have it set to two-wheel drive. It's very rare that I turn it on four-wheel drive, and it's because I don't need it. When I hit the highway, I usually leave it at two-wheel drive. One thing to remember, if you don't have your seatbelt on, there's a governor that kicks in, and I found out the hard way. I couldn't get going, but always wear your seatbelt. So you can see the payload on this, you know, what it carries, and it says 500 pounds at 10 miles an hour. I definitely had a lot more weight. I was pulling 3,000 pounds. The glove compartment has come in handy. The cup holders have come in handy. It's rare that I have this UTV in high because we're usually on the farm here. And so I've got it in low most of the time. But you'll see that there's a seatbelt for the center person. There's a seatbelt on that side and a seatbelt over here. So there's plenty of protection. This roll cage is incredible. As I said, I did not bend the roll cage. Nothing happened to it. But I would just say, remember those things when you're purchasing one of these vehicles. All the other accessories are really just optional. And I would almost say skip the windshield. So let me just say this, from overall perspective, I would give the Polaris 570 a 9 on a 1 to 10 scale, 10 being the best. I am very impressed. I'm glad I didn't spend the extra money to get the 1000 XP or the 1100 XP. Not that I wouldn't use it. The only thing I would say is more seating, or I would like a 6-foot bed on this thing. So from that perspective, I love this machine. I would highly recommend it. I did look at a lot of different brands. I've never driven them. I've never tried them. Be happy to try it, but if somebody wants to send me one. But I would purchase a 570 again, and if I ever sold this one, I would definitely purchase the same model because it's more than adequate. We have a 20-degree slope here on the farm, and I go uphill all the time with the load, and we were dragging trusses and everything else. I never had any issues with horsepower or performance. So hope you like this video. If you like it, hit that thumbs up for me. That just helps the video rank. And I appreciate those subscribes and the bell notification. Hit it if you want my other videos, because we post a lot of videos, at least a few a week, so if not every day. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave your comments below on which UTV you're using and how you like it.